What if in 30 days you could have a brand new business that would help you make six figures in 2025 and cost you about $200 to start? That's what's happening over on my membership, Arlen's All Access, with our 30-day challenge. Now, if you're new to the channel, my name is Arlan. I went from being homeless a decade ago to raising more than $30 million, generating millions of dollars in investment dollars, and investing in more than 200 startups from people who are very similar to you. Now, what I do today, I still invest. I still invest every single day, but I teach people, entrepreneurs, creators, etc. I teach them how to make money. That's what I'm really interested in is how do you make money without a venture capitalist, without an investor needed? So you can make the decision later on if you want to take on funding. Okay, so I've had this membership for 2 months or so, and it is doing so well. My own membership is doing well, right? I actually have five now of different types and models, and I teach you about that inside of Arlen's All Access. But the main membership, Arlen's All Access, is where I teach you how to build your brand, how to build your network and your skills to make an extra $100,000 over a 12-month period. So right now, what we have inside of that container is a 30-day challenge to get your first 30 free members. So I wanted to talk to you about it today. I thought I would just kind of go over this with you because I've had some questions about it. I put out an email today about it to help answer some questions. And I've also had questions about free memberships. People have heard these terms, free memberships or paid membership. Which one is better? Why would you do a free membership? Which one should you do? I just wanted to talk to you more about this. So I'm sharing my screen. This is the email that I put out as you can see, 38 minutes ago. I put this email out and I figured, let me make a video that actually walks you through this a little bit. So, um, first of all, this is a long email. This is a long, and it has a lot of links and things to kind of add to it. I will put some of those links in the description below so you can see it on YouTube. I'll put some of those links in the description below and you can follow them. But mainly, what I did was link to a lot of my YouTube videos that teach you these things for free. So whether or not you join the challenge, you join Arlen's All Access, it really doesn't matter because you can take this free video and do a lot with it. So if you've ever thought about launching a membership or heard about it in the past, or you have an existing membership that you want to grow or that it's dying out, like mine was dying out, to be honest. I had one for a year and a half. It was really cool. I loved it, but it was like past its prime. It wasn't generating new inspiration. People weren't really going to it, weren't engaging. It was kind of like a parking lot, if I'm being really honest. And so I had decided I'm going to sunset it. And then I decided, let me try one more thing. And the one more thing is what I tried about 2 months ago that has turned everything around for my membership. And that's why I'm so excited and inspired to tell you about it. I tell as many people as I can about it. So let's talk about the power of memberships. I often hear that if you don't have a large audience, you can't do a membership. And why would anybody want to join your membership, right? You don't have to have a large audience to have a successful membership. A membership can be just a few people, it can be 8 people, it can be 12 people, 20 people over weeks and weeks and weeks that you pull together who pay you a certain amount of money per month. And we'll look at the math a little bit later. But you can also start with a free membership. And depending on how you do this, and I'll tell you all about that in a second, but depending on how you do it, you can make money from the monthly recurring revenue of the cost of the membership that people pay, or you can do upsells, or you can do both. So you don't have to have a huge audience. If you don't have a huge audience right now, let me know in the comments. Hey, I just have a small audience or no audience, or I have this many people on my mailing list, etc. Right? Let me know who follows you, how many people follow you on social. Give me a little context as to who is following your work. So You don't have to have a large audience, although I also have a way to teach you how to go from 0 to 1,000 email subscribers in 90 days. That's a separate thing that I offer. And I offer it within Arlan's All Access for annual members or on its own for just direct members. So I'll put a link to that below. And that teaches you how to go from 0 to 130 days and then 0 to 1,090 days. In fact, someone just posted that they went from 780 members on their mailing list to 1,000 in 2 weeks of being in my List Builder Pro. List Builder Pro is what it's called. And so they got 220 new email addresses in 2 weeks from being inside of the program. So you either way, so you can start from nothing or you can have a little bit and you can grow it, or you can start from nothing and while you're growing that list, you can still start building the membership itself. So I want you to know that because that's a big myth that I hear from people over and over and over again. It's part of that confidence we've been talking about in our other videos, or that lack of confidence. So let's see. So an epic hack. I talked about the free membership model, right? I talked about how you can have a free membership or a paid membership or both. Briefly, I'll tell you about it because I've talked about it a lot before, but I'll tell you briefly now, and then you can learn a lot more in my other videos. So a free membership, so we use a platform called School. I'll put a link to it in the description so you can see what it's about. But it is really what changed everything. It's the reason that my old membership kind of died out, fizzled out, and this one has been so revitalized. We have almost 400 members in 2 months. It's just, and they're paid members. It's really, really amazing. So you let's say you have just a few people who follow you, maybe on social, maybe you have, I don't know, a few hundred people on your social, like Instagram. People follow you maybe on LinkedIn. Maybe you have some email addresses, maybe you don't. Let's say that you are a beginner, but you have an expertise in something, or you have definitely have some experience in something. You can start what is called a free membership. You pay for that membership platform. It's about $100 per month, but I'll give you a 14-day free trial in the description. You pay for it, but your members don't pay you for it. Okay, this is this certain model. So they don't pay you, but they get invited. You invite them into this private group that they have to sign up for in order to join. And they are there. And the reason they're there is because you're giving them something very valuable that you would have charged for free. And so they're like, yes, I'll take it. And if you've ever heard of a lead magnet, this is the ultimate lead magnet, a free membership. So you bring people in, you have different value for them, they have a community for them, you have maybe some live sessions that you do if you choose to do that. You have a classroom that has like a course or two in it, and it's really helpful to them. It helps them with a small transformation. Then what you do is you just build that. Like your first 30 days, your first 60 days, 90 days are really just about inviting people to the party, to the free party, right? But inviting people who should be there. Like you're going to think about who should be in the room, who should be getting this free gift. Then you might start over a certain amount of time. It may be day 1, it may be day 30, maybe day 90. You will start to introduce either a paid course that's inside of this free container or a paid membership that people would have to click over to join that smaller, more intimate group that has even more value, but it costs something. You might sell one-on-ones with you. You may sell something in person. You may have group coaching. You may have a very amazing do it for you service that you do. There are a lot of options. You may do classes that cost a certain amount. There are a lot of options, but think about how, if you ever used a lead magnet, what's that lead magnet? It's like what, a PDF? It could be a list, a checklist. It could be some sort of calculator. I've used all of these. I've used a script that you can download. I've used just like a guide that is really valuable. I use that right now. Those are amazing lead magnets. But let's say you put some of those lead magnets inside of your free membership that people have to give you their email address to get into, And they also answer 2 or 3 questions that you ask them when they join. So then they're in, you have a little bit of data about them and you have their email addresses. And now you can talk to them inside of the membership and you can also email them from time to time. Inside of school, you can actually email people on your who are members once every 72 hours. You can email them as a group. So you don't even have to get a separate email account if you really want to do this, for $200. And then he'll tell you what the $200 is. $200 is $100 to have your first month of the school platform, which by the way, you get 14 days free. So you actually get 44 days to really try something. And for the $100. And then the other 100 is to join Arlan's All Access because it costs $100 a month or $600 per year at the time of this recording. You can always go up. But you have that and you have those two and you give yourself 30 days. Give yourself 30 days inside of our challenge that we're doing is the best way to do this. So you spend $200 and then you have the potential to build something that could be worth 4 figures, 5 figures, 6 figures per year. In 2025, you could be making 6 figures because you made this decision today. So to me, someone who used to be broke, someone who used to be homeless, I would have taken this offer. I would have definitely tried this out 9 years ago. Right. So keep going here. Now, let's talk about it. So in 2023, there was a 44% increase in online memberships, and that trend is going to continue. So it's going to be a $30 billion industry by 2026. That is so soon. That is incredible, right? You want to be part of that, but it's not oversaturated yet because there's only one you. And as long as you want to create not just, this thing that makes money every once in a while or something that you look at you visit it every once in a while, but you want to create something that prints cash and also impacts people on a daily basis and create a movement, then this is for you. So why memberships? Predictable income. You can have monthly recurring revenue. Monthly recurring revenue is it's just like the biggest flex there is. Monthly recurring revenue. Now, there are people who are going to come and go into your membership, right? And you're going to learn different ways for retention inside of Arlen's All Access, keeping people around. But ultimately, let's say you have 100 members. Let's say it's 6 months from now. You've taken this 30-day challenge that we're talking about right now. It's working for you. You have that free membership that led itself into a paid membership or upsells. And in one way or another, you have 100 members paying you about $50 per month. It's $5,000 in predictable income because it's monthly recurring revenue. And the more you do to add value to that community, the more retention you have, meaning it's easier you should focus on keeping people rather than bringing new people, right? You're going to do both, but if you can just hold on to people by providing value, you don't have to always reinvent the wheel and always go back and try to find new people. So that's exciting too. Now, the financial impact, here are the numbers. I know you were waiting for this, okay? So let's look at these numbers together. Let's just say you wanted to do something on the side part-time. You had a part-time membership, so you had 10 members who are paying $49 a month. And not only are they paying that a month and you're helping them, but imagine with that size of a group, they're helping you because you're going to talk about the thing that you enjoy talking about anyway. And so they're going to tell you what's working for them. And as you teach them things, you're going to watch how they implement that in the real world. And then you're going to really get value from that, for yourself. That's like something that we don't normally talk about, but it's absolutely something that happens, right? So let's say you wanted to go even further than that. Like you saw that happening. You got this payment every month, and in school, actually you get paid every week. So let's say, for a total of $500 a month, every single month, you're liking that. You want to grow it more. So let's say you 5x that over a few months in 2025 or beyond. $2,450. Now, that is more than the average rent and mortgage for 35 states. I looked it up. 35 states have an average rent or mortgage that's less than that. So even if your rent or your mortgage is higher than that, then I would imagine that you would be able to either charge more or you'd be able to get more people in. If your rent or your mortgage is less than that, wouldn't it be amazing to have your rent or your mortgage paid every month by signing into your membership that's basically a community that has like-minded people and you're teaching them and working with them, and it's not one-on-one, it's not a ton of work on your part, and it could be from that monthly recurring revenue or it could be from like upsells that you have. And every, 2 or 3 times a week, you sign in, you check out what everybody's up to, you answer questions, you might post something cool, you might do a video or two or a live, and you have your whole rent or mortgage paid. Like, this doesn't have to replace everything in your life and become your only revenue stream. But what if it was just one revenue stream that took care of a major expense for you every single month? Would that be worth trying out this 30-day challenge or just trying out what we're talking about? Even doing this on your own, would it be worth just trying it? And then let's say you had 100 members at 49. Now mine is 100 a month. I know someone who has 125 a month. Does really well. Depending on who you're targeting, it's considered low or high ticket, right? It depends on who you're targeting as your main customer. But let's say you had 100 members. 6 months from now, you have 100 members paying $49 a month, 5,000 a month. That's 60,000 a year, essentially. That's higher than the average salary in 32 US states. And I've seen it time and time and time again. Now, if you're curious about my own membership, I made about $100,000 in 2 months. So I'm making right now, because we had a boost at the beginning, I'm making around $45,000 a month with one membership. 45,000. Now I'm teaching you how to do it, so I have an edge and I have an audience. But I have time and time again, I'm showing 400 people how to go from scratch and make 2,000 a month, 3,000, 5,000, 8,000. The ultimate goal is to make $100,000 extra in a year. And I believe you can do most of that through memberships. There's a combination of things, but what if you could do half of that through memberships? Now, don't forget the engagement factor. The money is a huge perk, but the community around your expertise is something that you can't even quantify. You can't even put a value on it because it's invaluable. I see this every single day. I get up and the first thing I want to do is look at my memberships and see what people said, see how I can be helpful, see if there's something I can learn. I'm also like tinkering like a scientist. I'm tinkering like an inventor. Like, what can I add? What can I pull back on? How can I make this better and optimize it every single day? Now, that's just me. I like to work on it every single day. There's something inside of school that shows you when you click on my profile, how many days in a row I've been on the profile or on the platform. And it's been every single day since August 4th, because that's the day I launched or started. And I just get a lot of value out of it. I do it because I want to. It's like fun for me. When I have a day off, I go to it. But you don't have to do it every day if you don't want to. How cool will it be? How cool would it be if you had something that you love so much that you worked on it every single day of your life and it also paid everything? And it was like you loved doing it. It wasn't like a chore. And here's what I want you to imagine just for a moment. I just want you to imagine it for a moment because I have Amy Porterfield's book, 2-Week Notice, on my bookshelf and I was looking at it recently. What if you could replace your salary with a membership? Like, put in the comments if you're still with me right now. I want you to let me know that by writing in the comments, replace my salary with memberships. Just write that in the comments if you're feeling this, if it's something like write the sentence, what if I could replace my salary with memberships? Let me know what you think there. Okay, so how do you get started? What do you do next if you're interested in this? How you get started, there are 3 key ways. The first thing you're going to do is choose your niche. Now you see there's a link here in the email that I sent out to everyone. That's because there's a video where I talk about choosing your niche. You define a clear target audience and offer them something they can't get anywhere else. But don't overcomplicate it. Your existing expertise is enough. In my book, Your First Million, I actually talk about how we're all experts in something in this book, even though we don't call ourselves that, we are experts in something because of our lived experience. So there's something there. It may also be a passion of yours. It could be a hobby of yours, a talent of yours, just something that you want to work on for a while because you want to be able to eventually offer annual memberships and you want this to be something long term so that the people who sign up for it can dig it. But hey, if you try this out, if you're like, I don't know if I want to do this for a long time, I want to test it, start with the free membership because then nobody paid to get into it. And then if you try it for 30 days or 60 days or 90 days and you don't like it, you can sunset it, right? You can say this was, just a limited thing. And, like TV shows, a limited series. So don't offer a paid and annual yet. Start there. The next thing you're going to do is create a clear offer. Now, I teach you how to do both of these in depth. That's why they're linked here in this email. And I teach you this on YouTube, and I also teach you this like for real, in Arlan's All Access. There's just like so much information that you can reference. And I'm always trying to help you, level up and level up. But you want to provide ongoing content that addresses your members' needs. Doesn't have to be overwhelming. And in fact, the number one reason someone leaves a good membership or a great membership is because they feel overwhelmed. So you, in fact, do not need to put a lot of stuff in your membership, or you risk them leaving. So it's actually cool for you because you only need to put a little bit in your membership that is attainable and accessible, right? You could do a weekly live session, which are fun. You could have downloadable resources. You could have the chat going because the community is a big part of school. And that adds massive value. Now, here's a huge part of your offer. This is the offer. It has to be clear and a valuable transformation. Let me give you a couple of examples. So for my paid one, which is the $100 a month or $600 annual, where you get all these big benefits by going annual, for Arlan's All Access, the transformation is you can get an extra $100,000 in 12 months. You can earn that if you do everything that I teach you. That's a big deal. That's a big transformation. It's also clear. $0 to $100,000 extra if you do what I say in 12 months, from 12 months from this time you start, right? Now I have other memberships. I have another membership that is a free membership. It's called the Ultimate Event Blueprint. And the transformation there is that you can go from having never put on an event to putting on at least a 6-person dinner that helps you create and build your network over time. And there's even more that you could do. You can go all the way up to a 2,000-person event. That's a free membership that has more than 700 people in it in 2 weeks because it's a clear value and a clear transformation for someone. There's another one I have. It's a low ticket. It's a low ticket. It costs $9 per month or $50 a year as of today. It's called List Builder Pro. You can go to listbuilder.pro to check it out. Listbuilder.pro to look at it while I'm talking about it to see what I mean. But that has a clear transformation. 0 to 1,000 email subscribers in 90 days. It's super clear and it's a transformation. That's what you're going to figure out. And that's what I help you do. So once you have that, these are like no-brainer offers, right? These are like people want to check it out. The third thing you're going to do is scale strategically. So once you hit your first 30 members, and let's say you do that by taking our 30-day challenge, because our 30-day challenge is your first 30 free members in 30 days. So let's say you do that, then you're going to figure out what worked. You're going to see what worked and just do that over and over again. And then you're going to introduce even more organic content. And I teach you all about that because I went from 6,000 subscribers on YouTube in January to 75,000 in October. And I did that all organically. I didn't pay for ads. I didn't do any of that. I just did it organically, like the video you're watching right now. And if you're watching this right now, type in 75,000 subscribers. because then that'll tell me that you're seeing this part. But I grew that. So I teach you inside of Arlan's All Access how to grow your YouTube to thousands of subscribers if you want. You don't need them to have a great membership, but I can teach you how to have your videos bring in the ideal client who will then become part of your free or your paid membership, who will then be with you and rock with you for months or years. So all of that is there, and it starts with this 30-day challenge. So if you're ready to dive deeper, we have a 30-day membership challenge that's happening right now inside of Arlan's All Access. It's designed to get you your first 30 free members fast. You'll learn how to set up your membership on school, ideally, because that's what we're using, and it changed everything for us. And then it'll help you engage with your audience and start generating real income. So 30 days, there are hundreds of people doing this challenge at once. And so you get a ton of people's feedback of like, this is working for me, or this is what I'm afraid of, or, can you help me overcome this? I have this question. Everything that you're going through, you're going to go through it with us. And so you can do step by step. And then I teach you every single day what to do if you want to follow that path. Every single day I teach you, this is what you do first, and then this is what you do next, and this is how you do it. So if you're interested, I'm definitely putting the link in the description below. Check it out. It'll take you to a landing page, and that landing page will be for Arlan's All Access. There'll be another video there that tells you a little bit more. There'll be some written information, and then it says join. You'll join that, and once you join, you will get an email, or you get a DM that tells you more. And then the very first thing you see will be a welcome and introduce yourself. And then right under that is the challenge. So you go to the welcome and introduce yourself, walk around a little bit, let us know who you are so we can just bring you into the group as quickly as possible. Then you're going to look at the challenge and get an overall understanding of how the challenge works. And then you're going to see within the challenge all of this help. So it's going to feel like, okay, we're just getting started right away. But believe me, to take you and walk you through this, hold your hand and walk you through this step by step. If you give me 30 days, I could maybe potentially change everything for you. Now, let's say you already have a company and you're like, okay, I maybe you have a 9 to 5, that's cool. But let's say you have a company and you're like worried about this distracting you from it or conflicting with it. If you have a company, this membership could be everything for you. If you've ever thought about raising capital, this membership could be everything for you, because instead of raising capital, you could potentially make the money you're looking for through the membership. I've seen people make 6 figures, 5 figures from having a free membership. They then put their Calendly up and say, if you want to learn more from me, sign up for a 15 to 30 minute or 60-minute free session. They take the Calendly link, they fill it up with times they can talk. If you don't have a lot of money, you should have a lot of time or make a lot of time. You probably don't have a lot of time, but make the time to get the money. And you put your time out there. If you're just getting started, or if you have some big thing you have to make work, you're going to put in the time. So I've seen them. You fill up your Calendly with times that you can talk to people. You have them in this free membership that you've built in our challenge. You know how to do it. People are getting value. They're like, this is really cool. And you're saying, if you want me to help you one-on-one, sign up for this. Once you're on the calls with them, you talk them through and you have a certain thing that you're helping them with, because it's going to depend on what your membership is about. You help them with that problem for free, or you answer their questions for free. And you decide in your mind, in that call, is this person someone I would like to work with more? And would they get value from the other thing that I'm charging for? And if so, you say to them, if not, you say, cool, I helped you. I'll talk to you later because it's part of my job. But if so, you say, hey, I actually have this paid membership that costs $100 a month. But what it does is it helps you like 5x your productivity, or it helps you with the painting work that we're doing. It helps you become an expert in the painting rather than just a beginner novice. I'm giving you ideas, right? You take them to either a paid membership offer that you have, or you have an upsell. Let's say inside of your free membership, if they go into the classroom, which is what's part of school, and they see, okay, it costs $300 to have like a month-long coaching, like 4-pack with you or 2-pack with you. If you could have that there available, but on these calls, when they get that value from you in 20 minutes, that's when you say, look, if you want to continue these calls, I do take on a certain number of clients every month. You can go into the classroom in our free membership that you're already in, and you can sign up for $300. You can get a 2-pack with me or 4-pack or whatever you're charging, right? You can get that pack with me and we can continue this work if you want to. Do that 4, 6 times a day, 2 times a week, right? Get 10 calls. And I would say do a lot more, but I'm just giving you like this under, so you won't feel overwhelmed, but do 10 calls like that. And let's say you convert 3 of them. It's almost $1,000 for a couple of days of work. And imagine if it's not one-on-one that you're selling, if it is the paid membership that you're selling, where you don't have to have the delivery be this very big drain on your time. How much could that scale? What if it's you're trying to sell a course? How much could that scale? But the course is inside of your membership. You see what I'm saying? You see how this is working? Think through these ideas that you have. I know these ideas are just running through your mind right now. Think about the possibilities of this. And again, take some of that pressure off yourself to say, "Oh, I don't think people would pay me. I don't think I'm there yet." What if you had a free membership to kick off the things where you could prove to people that you are that good? You take on free clients at first, help them with the transformation, and then charge for it, the other people. Or let's say that you are an expert. You are a doctor, you are a lawyer, you are a therapist, you are a painter, you are a mechanic, you are a plumber, you are a barber. Let's say you have an expertise and you have charged people in the past for this expertise, which is a lot, the majority of my audience, to be frank. Let's say you are that person. You have, maybe let's say you have a salon. What if you had a 300 people in a membership, a free membership, that were in town, in your location, because you figured out a way to target them that we teach you inside of Arlan's All Access. 300 people were getting some value from you, like you were teaching them a do-it-yourself technique, or you were helping them with the health of their hair, or you were just simply providing like a place for a community for your clients. What if you had 300 people and then once a week you gave us very special offer? And you said, only people in my membership get this offer. You get 25% off of ... How much would that drive traffic? And then in person, couldn't you say, hey, if you join my membership, it's free, it's online. Every week you get a free offer. And you have a little piece of paper or a card or something cute that you get printed up, and it sends them to the membership, and or even like a black card, like a VIP black card, and you hand it to them, and it has the website or a QR code. And when you hand it to them, they take it home, they scan it, and they become part of this free membership that's private. And then they get offers and they get some sort of value, some sort of transformation you have for them. It could be like you're a 35-year-old woman who comes into my shop and you get your hair done. I'm going to help you with your daughter's hair. I mean, the possibilities are absolutely endless. They're absolutely endless with this. That's why I'm so excited about it. That's why I've dedicated so much of my time to it. And I know already, I've already seen with the 400 members inside of Arlan's All Access, I've already seen it. This transformation for people, this illumination for people, this hope, this inspiration. People are feeling a new sense. I'm not making this up. They're saying it, right? They're saying it to me. I'm not guessing. They're saying out loud. You will see it once you're in these comments. I feel a very different way about myself now. And I feel a very different way about my future. I want that for you. I really want that for you. So that's why I did this. That's why I shared this with you. And I hope that it was helpful to you. Let me know in the comments what you're up to. I hope to see you. Now, look, if you join Arlan's All Access, send me a DM. Let me know about it.